The restorative gift that demands you mend others through self-sacrificial channeling is not merely a fantasy trope for magical utility, but a profound burden demanding you confront the parts of yourself that have been conditioned to equate worth with service and boundaries with selfishness. And true healing requires not pouring out your essence through dutiful depletion alone, but integrating the weight of your own wholeness until magic becomes an act of radical reciprocity rather than performative martyrdom. In Healer Magic, Laurence Dahners transforms the healer fantasy trope into precise exploration of somatic sovereignty and embodied accountability, proving power isn't found in endless giving, it's forged in honoring the person beneath the gift, when every magical expectation demands you remain either selfless vessel or failed practitioner. From herb scent and warm stone narration, listeners enter worlds where restoration is syntax and presence is the only unbreakable spell, perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent, cozy fantasy, where female complexity defies saintly feeler stereotypes. When Alara Vance accepts her healing role, expecting validation through tireless care, she discovers Julian Thorne's quiet reverence mirrors the exact suppression he's endured beneath years of witnessing healer's erasure, and his refusal to treat her gift as infinite resource creates space for connection defying communal hierarchy. Navigating shared vulnerability and berry attractions, Alara realizes this calling isn't about annihilation, but recalibration, with Dahners avoiding reducing Alara to exhausted saint or Julian to passive beneficiary, instead crafting radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring limits even as compassion blurs them. An audiobook narration amplifies this alchemy by capturing Alara's disciplined composure softening in diplinity, and Julian's guarded intensity revealing warmth beneath vigilance, making listeners feel seismic shifts of souls learning some gifts can only be sustained when you stop letting need define their validity. What elevates this beyond typical healer fare is portraying restorative intimacy as somatic practice rather than romanticized sacrifice, with Alara confronting how magical culture equated worth with output, while Julian creates sanctuary where her contradictions exist without diminishment, their relationship evolving through shared silences during recovery cycles, bypassing performance, rhythms protecting both spiritual integrity and psychological safety, and mutual defense against petitioners mistaking tenderness for obligation, supported by fellow healers encoding suppressed grief, elders carrying intergenerational weight, and the village itself absorbing centuries of unspoken bargains, reinforcing that in extraction-based systems, tenderness toward process is technique, and presence is sustainable resource, with healing rituals mirroring emotional attunement, and surrendered burdens becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is immersive descent into sacred replenishment, with narrators embodying Alara and Julian with remarkable distinction, sound design anchoring existential stakes through distant wind through eaves, rain against cottage glass, and hushed breath syncing with moments of clarity, pacing mirroring restorative cadence from deliberate reflection to surging awakenings, ultimately redefining healer fantasy by centering female epistemology within restorative frameworks and affirming that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to heal yourself first, honoring whole self even in landscapes shaped by demand.